The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. We Talk Wrestling. For the one stop you need for the most intriguing stories and headlines, and info on independent shows in multiple regions, We Talk Wrestling has you covered. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the Night Owl, DJ Big Sexy, Luke Roberts, The Alpha, Jay Wade, Nightmare Jones, and many others as they bring you the hottest takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and the only place to get news on the most popular fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Catch them every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Find all of their media outlets on their website at WrestleTalkPodcast.com.
Before each and every show, we like to remind our audience that freedom is never free, and all of us should be grateful to those who lay it all on the line. To all our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation every day, we love you and appreciate the sacrifices you make to protect all of us.
Get ready for episode number 142 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, as we welcome the longtime veteran tag team that has beaten down their competition with mental psychology and street smart brutality. The Notorious Bradley Diggs and Roughshot Lamont Potts, the L.A. Hustlers. This podcast is scheduled for one episode, where falls count everywhere.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome here live. We're a little late. We're fashionably late, but hey, the party's going to start any time. It's East.
Nothing fashionable about this. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah, no, I've had enough already with botches, so, you know. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you did wrestle last night, didn't you? Oh.
Yeah. Not too much. Not too much to celebrate, but we're going to celebrate here. With some gold memes later, maybe? But no, not really. We're still trying to figure things out here. It is episode number 142 here with the Falls Count Everywhere podcast, and we are here live. It's myself, Rough Cut Rick Ruby here on the left. GQ here is to the right. And conspicuous by his absence here, Zmiz is not going to be here tonight. He's had a kind of a rough weekend health-wise, and he had to rest up all he could Friday night so he could travel with me to Inhumane Championship Wrestling last night, represent the brand. And we had some really good rapport last night with everybody down in Corning, and of course with some other vendors down there. And we've got some good things lined up, ready to go. And 2024 continues to grow good or our brand here with the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. So, hopefully the LA Hustlers are kind of showing in and out here. I guess we've got a virtual bar that we must have to go to get a drink or something.
It's left over from the other podcast that your company produces. So,
warm whiskey, nothing like it. It's already poured.
A lot of candy, though, too, just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Including people eating the Flaming Hot, or not Flaming Hot, the Ghost Pepper Cheetos Peepsas, which is pizza with peeps on it, and a Peep Dog.
A pizza? No, wait a minute. Hold on. Please tell me this is like a dessert pizza that you're talking about, please. So, are there marshmallow pizza?
I'm switching things for 1 second. Hold on, just so I can access the photo for that one, because I am not kidding at all when I say that. Where is it?
You should have done, but if you're going to show me a picture here, that's okay. That's enough. That's all I got to see. That is.
I'm just saying. I mean, he ate it on camera. So.
Okay, you swing back to the Baron, please. Thank you very much. That's.
should have saw when you ate the peep dog.
I can't believe I signed up for this for you guys. I mean, I can't believe you guys are about to drive me insane. Seriously, you guys are.
That's a short
That's
drive.
the most sickest garbage. I'd rather would eat pineapple on pizza than that garbage. That's insane.
I didn't eat it. I ate regular pizza. So,
what is that man thinking? Wow.
Hey,
wow.
You remember? You remember how he used to be? I mean, he's like one of the big a-holes on my friends list.
Thanks, Austin. I apparently thanks. Confirmation. People need help. People need help. Yes. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what. That is disgusting. I'll tell you what. I had a late lunch, early dinner, and trust me, I have no appetite left after seeing that today. So that's horrible.
It's all the one where he ate the peep dog.
You all need help. I'm telling you right now.
I didn't do it. These are not my ideas.
Knock it out of his hand, for Christ's sake. Man, that was just nasty. Holy cow, bro. Just say, get it out of there. Stop. Good Lord. Wow, insulin much. Holy shit. Sorry, Daryl. That's just gross. That's Mr. Big there.
Midwest Independent Hall of Famer and
Midwest Independent Wrestling Hall of Famer eating something totally gross. Oh my! I will say though, I'll probably eat.
Hold on, he is the same guy that would put chicken, like the chicken wings, whatever, at like a buffet under the chocolate fountain and eat it.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Hold on, I'm in another window. Hold on.
What would they do for money? Right. You don't know. But that's enough of that. Let's focus on where we're at right now. Streaming live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Falls Count everywhere. On Exit FCE podcast, everybody. We'll talk really briefly about the Humane Championship Wrestling. First off, let's take a shout. I'm going to do a shout out here to the guys at Hyamania. Which is a horror film convention that's going to be taking place here in a few months. And they're also going to be having some other wrestling tidbits and some other announcements here that's going to upcoming with their convention. And have invited us to come down. I know, but it's like an entire 3-day weekend. I'm going to see what I can do. Again? It's called Hyamania. You know, I thought at first it was like a martial arts convention or something, you know, Hiya, you know, with a chop, you know.
Oh, I know Six from the Bigs is actually going to Tater Tot Con, and I'm like,
yeah,
what? It's like
Tater Tot Con, yes.
But
I heard of something like that this weekend.
Yeah.
So howdy neighbors, yes.
I think if promoters need try to get people to work for a hot dog and a handshake and all that, they should be able to eat this hot dog real quick. I just wanted to show it now, and there you go.
That is just totally gross.
Peeps themselves are gross. Trust me. You think I was able to do this? And he ate that hot dog on the show that I co-hosted with for the one time and last time.
That's horrible. That's all.
Somebody hold on. You and little Jamie are horror movies. Okay, sorry. Have to just say it. You guys are scarier than an ex-wife, when she's not paid.
Okay.
I
got my soundboards up because you'd be getting. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Stop it. Just stop it. Yeah. Yes. Santiago Cirillo is putting on highest convention, yes. But Hyamania is going to be down in Paragould, Arkansas, July 12th through the 14th. And like I said, we've talked with those guys last night down there, and so we'll see what is going to pop. We'll see what's going to happen there, and also,
isn't it past somebody's bedtime? I mean, they already had
that's somebody happened to. Yeah. See, well, right now I don't have anybody watching my back at ringside right now, and his lovely, or quote unquote lovely little manager, everybody's favorite second place apparently, according to the announcer Lindsay Wild, is she happened to have a lot of doings last night by handing. I saw the footage. Someone had sent me the footage, and apparently she handed him a chain and he decked me last night when I had Prestigious P, some new rookie or whatever, that in a bear hug, he just came right behind me, just hit me right in the head. So, yeah. Why would anybody want to go to Arkansas?
To date at family reunions.
Yeah. I'll find
I mean, Danny used to be managed by a gold standard in professional wrestling. Now he's managed by a gold digger in professional wrestling.
Thanks. And they keep coming. Okay. But either way, I did not pick up the win yesterday. I'm a yesternight, yes. I'm a yesternight too in space. But no, I did not pick up the win, Danny. I mean, in a triple threat, there's really no disqualification, but yet they still want to use the tactic of distracting the ref, and they didn't want to have the ref to nag with. So, but bottom line, I did not take the pin though. I just got knocked out of the ring. I just got knocked out, and apparently I rolled to the side. So, it's not cheating if you don't get caught. Yes, I know. But I will say congratulations though to Dwayne Cashman, who was the winner of the Elimination Scramble match I was in on the previous show, and he used his title opportunity after Buff Bagwell knocked out Bam Bam Baker at the end of the main event last night. He cashed in. Yep, our former guest. And so now Dwayne Cashman is now the new Inhumane Heavyweight Champion. So history made last night. But no, we've got a lot of positive things to talk about here. Like I said, our future guests up here, the LA Hustlers, will be showing up here shortly. And before we do that, we've got our upcoming show reel that is going to take here about a few minutes. I know we started late, but we want to get all the stuff here we need that's important, and for everything that's coming up here around the Midwest here. So take about a few minutes here. Go grab yourself a drink, whatever. When we come back, we will be coming back here with the LA Hustlers. So we'll see you here in just a short minute, and prepare to be entertained after we come back. So see you here in a few, and here's your upcoming shows.
Check out these great shows and appearances coming to a city near you. Saturday, April 20th, American Championship Wrestling comes to Herman, Missouri at the Eagles Club located at 410 Market Street. The Bomb Brian James, Marvelous Mark Morgan, Justin Main Event, Ms. Hyde, and many of your ACW favorites are scheduled to be in action. Doors open at 5 p.m. with a bell time of 6 p.m. Front row seats are $10. All other tickets are $6. Get your tickets at the door or get them in advance by going to acwtheshow.com. New Genesis Wrestling returns to the Lou Civic Center located at 213 North Market Street on Saturday, April 20th as they present Battle Lines. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Matches already announced are Matty Monarch facing off against Ari Alexander, and a special grudge match is Playboy Double H faces off against Shaq. Adult door prices are $12 and $10 in advance. All kids' tickets are $5. For more information on this event, visit newgenesiswrestling.com. Glory Pro Wrestling returns to the South Broadway Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri for a huge live event on Sunday, April 21st. 7 huge matches in all that includes a feature bout as Dan the Dad teams up with Cody Lane to take on the Crew in our Oklahoma Tornado Tag Team match. Doors open at 1 p.m. with a bell time at 2 p.m. For more information on this event and to get your tickets in advance, visit gloryprowrestling.com. Saturday, April 27th, IWA Productions returns to the IWA Event Center located at 521 Perkins Street in Mount Vernon, Illinois as they present Spring Fever. Tag Team Champions The Freak Show, Women's Champion TT the Island Girl, Cruiserweight Champion Logan Ridge, and new Heavyweight Champion Chris Cade are scheduled to be in action. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Door ticket prices are $12 for front row and $7 for general admission. Save $2 by purchasing them in advance at the Ringside Buffet. We'll see you there. Saturday, April 27th, New Breed Wrestling returns to the Liberty Park Convention Hall located at 1500 West 3rd Street in Sedalia, Missouri. Heavyweight champ Nothing Neater Derek Teeter, television champion Frodo the Ghost, tag team champions Big Joe Helms and Tyler Bodie are scheduled to be in action. Ticket price is $25 for VIP. General admission is $13. Kids 7 to 12 are $5. For more information on the event, visit facebook.com/newbreedmo. Saturday, May 4th, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling comes back to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds in Belleville, Illinois. Doors open at 6 p.m. with a bell time of 7 p.m. Your main event of the evening is a rematch for the SICW Tag Team Championship as the Top Guns answer the challenge of the LA Hustlers. Reserve your seats for this great event by going to SICW.org or by calling 618-286-4848. Also, keep your ticket stub from this show to attend the SICW All-Star Wrestling Show tapings located at 823 State Street in East Carondelet, Illinois the following day on Sunday, May 5th. Tapings start at noon. Remember, fans, without you in the seats, there is no wrestling. Make sure you make plans to attend these shows, and we'll see you at ringside.
All right, guys. Like I said, there's a lot coming up here in the next few weeks here, 4 shows. And, so just a lot going on around just in the Midwest itself. So
I actually want to give a quick shout out to Maddie Monarch because she's getting so much good exposure now, facing Ari Alexander and also facing Izzy Moreno up in her hometown. I mean, she's getting a lot of great high quality matches. I mean, so I give her a lot of credit on that.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, it's really good that the at least some of the talent out here in the Midwest, especially with that, and I know that Ashlyn Alexander is also putting in a lot of work as well. So, congratulations to those women getting those opportunities and everything else, because that's pretty cool. I mean, unfortunately, I won't be able to be here on New Genesis Wrestling because I'll be down at ACW in Herman, Missouri. So, but like I said, there's a lot of good stuff happening, this coming weekend here too. We got that. And then of course, Glory Pro, once again in South Broadway Athletic Club, always a good promotion to put on a good show. And then, some great talent in Glory Pro to put on their show. So, so like I said, I want to get a shout out here. Dean's watching, of course, the one and only Tyler Cooley, that is from Keeping It Cool with Tyler Cooley, is on here with us watching. And yes, of course, Crusher here. Yeah, Crusher.
I said Butch Fletcher, but yeah, Crusher Koloff is also watching.
Yes. Butch, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at what? I don't know. They're
dealing with Butch when he's gone,
Yeah, I know. If you're talking about from last night, if this is somebody who's watching me, hey, or from last night, or they saw my match, then you kind of understand. Yeah, getting him in the chain is not easy, or is not. I mean, at least getting hit in the back of the head with the chair is a harder blunt to the head. But I digress with that, right?
And the Mookie is here.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Kyle? From was it? It's Die Cut Dudes, I believe. Is his page, and they have a podcast here too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you sent that message earlier. So sorry about that, Kyle. It's been a really, really wonky day because you travel down the one road and then you're making several stops, and then you're having talks even after you get home from a long trip. You don't go to bed till like late in the morning. I don't know. I think my day ended like at 4:30 this morning, and then I had to sleep in a little bit. So, oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely been a long weekend, but it's a good weekend. And that being said, here we're going to go ahead and bring in our at least our featured guest of the evening here. So this tag team has been around for quite a while. They've traveled through many states here in many different regions, whether it be the Mid-South, definitely here in the Midwest. They definitely have many states here, and we're going to kind of talk about what they've done here in the past, and then kind of get their story on, on how they developed their tag team, and then also let's talk about the recent successes here that they've had here up around the St. Louis area. And they will be back here on May 4th, as you see, getting a rematch against the Top Guns for the SICW Tag Team Championships. So at this time, we're going to welcome here one half of the LA Hustlers. That's the Notorious Bradley Diggs, everybody. There
Yo,
we
yo,
go.
yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing, Bradley?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
He'd have his partner and manager here if it wasn't for the Top Guns, those redneck Hoosiers and everything, probably hurting their internet and everything. They couldn't get on. So,
That
but you
sound
know,
about right. That
but
sound
you know,
about right.
Bradley though he's the enforcer of the group and he can take care of it.
May
Yeah.
4th.
Yeah, you got to here, but shout out to Roughshot Lamont Potts who couldn't, get those technical gremlins can't get us, and then at any time, and especially they like to hit us right before we go on the air, so and give us a lot of hell. So, thank you, or
Well,
whoever,
maybe we come back later on this one.
yeah, whoever's running that adway here. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off here with us here, Bradley. I actually want to kind of get a history here of, at least with you, as far as how you came up in getting your interest in wrestling. Like, who were you watching, and how did you approach your chance on getting into the wrestling business?
Well, my favorite wrestlers was Eddie Gilbert, Bam Bam Bigelow, that Lawler area. Then Flair came in. Lamont pretty much was Chris Adams. And we started in Osceola by the name of Moondog Spot. He had a wrestling down here.
Mm-hmm.
And we waited till he left because we couldn't handle him because he was a little rough. But the people he trained us. So after we got trained by Frankie Tucker, we got mentored by Derek King and Austin Lane and Greg Anthony and people like that. So they took us under wing, and we shot out for since then.
Yeah, so Osceola, Arkansas, of course, and then so we're talking like Arkansas, Tennessee area, and when did you get involved? Like, do you know around what year you got started in with school? Like when you first got your training start underway?
It was like 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Okay, so that would put you like 2008 or 9, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Man, and then so you were so it was Moondog Spot and Greg Anthony giving you your training at that point. So as far as like what their training is, I mean, what was kind of the toughest? What was the one thing that you took out of that training that really stuck with you and has really carried you throughout your career up until this point?
The thing that they all told me, if you really listen to all of them, they tell you slower is better. You don't have to do it so fast. You know what I'm saying? Let's slow it down. Let's make it make sense.
Slow it down, make sense as far as give somebody to kind of, you kind of have to slow it down a little bit because everybody just can't go when you go full speed from from start to finish. I mean, a lot of people just don't understand why he did that. So
yes, it makes you look. I mean, when you go 100 miles per hour, what are you telling? Who's hurt?
Yeah, I know. I mean, other than you're fast, but that's about it.
And you can do a lot of moves. Well, they got a hell of a move set.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, no, I get it. I mean, there's a lot that to be a professional wrestler, there's definitely a lot that has to be, to be taught as far as so many different elements here, other than just your basics, your ring work, your psychology. Basically in all lessons, you have to be a package to be attracted to a general audience of why they would want to see you, or why a promoter would want you on the show. What can you contribute to a show once you're out of school? What are you all about? That's what you want to ask them, in regards to that aspect. So, but with that here, I think I think GK here might have a little something to ask in regards to for you as well.
So how did it come about that when you hooked up with your partner Lamont? How did that go? How did all that come about? You guys met, and how did that work out with becoming the one of the best tag teams in the area?
Well, we was knuckleheads, and we had to do something different. So we both like wrestling. And we got into it, and I said, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna be one of the best around. And we start off in our area, but once you start here, you're like, hey, you accomplish everything here. So now you reach out to Tennessee. You do everything in Tennessee. You reach to Atlanta. Then you go to Texas. And now we're here in Missouri doing our thing. SICW.
Yeah.
So now we want to accomplish that now.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure you have like, so kind of, if you could, after you and Lamont. I mean, so did you have even like a singles career before you even started? With before you start teaming with Lamont, because I know you're mainly known as a tag team wrestler because of being being solidified underneath the LA Hustlers banner. But was there even a talk of you having a singles career before this tag team ever came up? Did you have any type of success with that, or has it always been a tag team?
It's always been. We trained together. We tagged together. I had a couple of single titles, but mostly just tag titles. It's all tag team, just owned up.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, and I guess it's kind of like a legacy you live as far as like, when it comes to when you think of guys, you may think of as tag teams. I mean, if you're talking old school, you're talking maybe like Rock and Roll Express. You're probably even talking about the Road Warriors. Because I've never really known Hawk or Animal to have I mean, they could work singles, but were they known for singles, being in singles competition? Same thing with Robert Gibson or Ricky Morton. So I guess being in a tag team, all that obviously you have to be you guys pretty much know each other inside and out. Another interesting question here. I mean, have you guys either had to maybe test yourself as far as your own skill by maybe wrestling each other, even in a match or two, even if it's just practice? I mean, because I would feel that if you're a specialized tag team, you need to wrestle with one another so you know what maybe what your movesets are, and maybe kind of understand how maybe to gather signals when you're when you're working somebody else. I mean, have you got a chance to maybe wrestle Lamont in one-on-one action anywhere?
Well, I want to say 2015, Sid kind of took over MCW in OCL, Arkansas, and he made us wrestle each other. He like, if you don't do it, you both fired. So it was kind of like a big match. And we pretty much went out there and did what we had to do. And of course I won. So
yeah. So any dirty tricks on that? So I mean did you kind of go over a little dirty? I mean, did you
I
throw a
might
chain
have
at
had
him?
my foot on a rope. I don't know. I might have had my foot on a rope. I might have not.
Was it a clean victory?
Never.
Something tells me though, if the tables were turned, I think Lamont would have done the same thing too. Which is, but you were the first. You were the first one to capitalize on that, though.
I think so too. See, the thing about it is, we do it, but we test our strength. But see, Lamont more of a technical wrestler. He ground and pound. He want to do all that. I come in, I want to clean it up. I want to swipe it out, power, and do all my things, and that's how it works. It just clicks.
Oh man, yeah. So I know that, like I said, sometimes you kind of have to do that, and I think I've known even like the most popular tag teams in the '80s. I think you've at least seen where they've had to work with one another, or at least wrestle with one another. So, and like I say, you guys have gathered most of your success. I would say probably about maybe 95% of your success as far as championships has come in the ranks of tag teams. So, um, which is good though. I mean, because I mean, doing this 15 years, that's still a, you know, to kind of do it that long and still to go and still carry the banner that you do today. Because I know that you've been, you're talked about in many different states, and because you wrestled Tennessee, you wrestled Arkansas. Um, if you had to name like states off the top of your head, what other states have you and Lamont went to wrestle?
We did Texas, soar with Bobby Horn. We was down in Georgia. We did Alabama. We've been at Mississippi. Uh,
Oh, I keep forgetting Illinois. You're up here.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course Illinois.
almost forgot. But technically Missouri too. I mean, if you guys are able to get in here, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, and you had what other states? I could have swore you guys were getting out toward the Atlantic coast as well. I didn't know. I don't know if you guys were hitting the Carolinas or
Not just yet, but it's
not
on the work. It's on the way. It's on the works.
It's in work. And that's great too. That's great too, because like I said, I mean, you never stop. You never want to stop learning, or if you got a passion, you never want to keep stopping with where you want to go, and maybe just kind of make your mark wherever you can. It's
and then you got to do it. You got to do it because wrestling in the South is way different from wrestling in the North. You know what I'm saying? It's like each gym is totally different. Down here in the South, we can totally get away with just kicks and punches all damn match. But you go up there, you're going to have to do a little something.
Yeah, very true.
And it's totally different. So if you really want to try to make it, you gotta peach a little bit of everything. You gotta scratch it off.
Yes, sir.
Well, I have two questions, and one is like you with everywhere that you've worked. I know you've done a lot of TV, like Memphis Championship Wrestling and stuff. But one in particular, somebody did ask about in the chat. Tell us about your experiences with the reality show Wrestling with Death.
Oh, first of all, I don't like dead bodies.
I can understand that. So,
and I'm not too thrilled of animals. But being with LaFonce, he deals with dead bodies. He got cows, and he wants to do all this work. And I'm like, man, I can't do that. So when we started filming, their time from California is totally different vibe. So they want you to be somewhere. They'll text you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and we like, what the hell? Who is this? But it was so much. It was so fun filming it. It should have got a second season. I don't know what happened to it. Had good ratings. But I can say I did reality TV also. I forgot all about it.
one of our viewers, Kyle, actually brought it up and mentioned it. So I was doing a little quick research. I was kind of curious about the other two because I don't even remember anything about that show. So with everywhere that you've wrestled, you've held a lot of championships, singles, tag, and everything like that. Out of the ones you have won throughout your career, is there any particular one or two or whatever that stands out the most memorable to you?
I think winning the MCW titles for like our 4th reign, we actually beat the Rock and Roll Express. And that Rock and Roll is like in everybody's, at least your top 5 greatest tag teams are. It's not number 1. And that means a lot to me. Coming in SICW, winning that right off the bat means a lot. Let me see what else.
I know you've won several.
CCW in Cape, Missouri, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We
Oh,
won those
yeah.
a couple times. That means a lot to us too. So
Yeah.
it's just so many, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 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 Um, yeah. So, yeah, there's so many championships that you guys have obtained, and um, just trying to see if anybody else here is actually well, no one's really asked the question, but no more like a more like a more like a comment here. So apparently, someone does not like an LA Hustler. So
She loves us. She loves us.
right. Um. So as far as let's see, great, yeah. Because I'm just looking here through the rest of these comments. Like, if anybody like you said,
There is one actually. How do you feel things have evolved since you had started? Like the wrestling then, and then how it is now. Is it upward, downward? In your opinion?
My opinion, it went down for a while, but now I think that WrestleMania that just happened is going to pick it back up because they said they're going away from all the entertainment part and actually putting more wrestling into it. And I think it's gonna go spiraling back up. And I think AEW might have to do something, or he's gonna close it up. That's just my opinion. Because when it's all said and done, WWE is the focal point of whatever, where everybody else branch off and do. You're gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
And you really look at it in the '80s, the sport wrestling was a sport, and them houses was packed. In the '90s, it went down. Entertainment, it kind of went down, but Attitude Era went up because they were doing FU, naked women. But now I think it's gonna go back up.
No,
I mean,
I agree. I mean, and now because they're embracing what the ultimate foundation is, which is wrestling. Hunter knows that and everything. I mean, Vince had to do it just to get away from the commissions, which we all know. And some of us deal with the athletic commissions in some of the states in Michigan. But Vince had to do it to get away from that. But Hunter knows, and Hunter, when you look at it and everything, he's actually embraced a lot of people's past on the independents or whatever, to where you saw like Samoa Joe come in as Samoa Joe. You had CM Punk come in as CM Punk. I mean, they kept pushing for what their history already and branching off of that.
And that's what they should do. Like,
Yeah.
if I get signed right now, why you give me a new name? This is what everybody know me as. And I think wrestling need to go more. The fans, if they stay out, too many fans want to figure out what's going on in the back instead of standing out there being the fans.
You want to know? Train and get into the business, and after 5 years, then you can find out.
Exactly. And too many wrestlers quitting and telling what's going on. I think that's kind of what's hurting it a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think though that that's a one part that has that. I mean, I know. I mean, we may hit a nerve somewhere, but you get into the business, you have to wherever you're directing from, try to make the effort to finish it, or if you've quit if you've quit wrestling, or try with training, you got to follow through because, like I said, it's not easy.
No.
Because I thrived on it. I got in when I was 21. I was vigor and full. I was fit, and I was really gung ho about it because I was like, it's either because if I quit this, I told myself, when I got into training, if I quit this, I don't know how else I'm going to get through anything else in life. That's what I literally told myself, because this is something that Because honestly, and nobody really knows as much, but even I tried even going to the army even after I was done, because I had 1 year of college. I was bored. I wanted to do something. I tried, but the army wouldn't take me because of the way my build was, you know.
I'm
But I
surprised we
was
were
still,
going to take you without the build with that blonde mullet you used to have back in the day. I mean,
I didn't have the blonde mullet thing. You jerk. Shut up. No one asked. You know.
could you picture him with a blonde mullet at all, Brad?
No, I
Here
can't.
it freaking comes. Go in and show it.
Oh, hell
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's fine.
no.
Yes, I did have hair. And one of these days, there's going to be somebody we're going to display on the show who had hair as well. I mean, a poor excuse to try and have hair, but yes, they had hair too. So, yeah, yeah. Keep showing up, buddy. We'll see. But Brad,
There are two. There
like,
are two questions that were asked, and I'll go with the first one, which was Kyle. No, nobody can picture him with that blonde mullet. No, 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 no.
hey,
We all know.
No.
We all know what he drinks. I mean, so let's just move on from that for a second. And go
hey,
to this first question. So, is how did 2020 COVID year mess up the world for the hustlers since shows were canceled? How crazy did you guys go without wrestling?
The crazy part was sitting in the house.
Yeah.
how crazy how crazy did the world go? Not just us not wrestling. Like, Jesus, what's going on? But
Especially since not everything's gone back to how it was either. I mean,
yeah. But then you love it. It's a roller coaster. You take them up, you take them down, you go back up with it, and the drilling is just there. You do miss that. That's why no wrestler never retired. They say they retire, but hey, they all come sliding back in some organization, throw a punch or something. You know what I'm saying? Rough cut. How many times have you retired and you came on back?
well, I took long breaks. I never really officially. I mean, there's a lot of thoughts I thought about it, but I've had taken breaks because either some life, some life things going on, or I literally got bored. I mean, I think I've taken 2 long breaks in my career. One, have to deal with the life situation, and then the other was, I didn't know where to go, so I was at a standstill, unfortunately, with not knowing where I was going to go and where I was going to go. So, yeah. So I mean, we talk about it, and it's like I think literally if people knew how I'm walking around after some shows, then they're wondering why are you still doing it? Like, well, I don't know when to say, I don't know when to quit. So, yeah. But yeah. So, yeah. Amy does bring up a point here. Does the wrestler ever really retire? I mean, literally, at some points it gets to the point where someone is like disabled. Like, I'll give an example here in regards to this, and it's somebody that's not out of his control, but apparently, according to his Twitter or X last week, Big E had officially stated that there's no way for him to come back, so he has to retire. And and that's and to me, I was a really big fan of Big E. I mean, yet my wife says I'm not going to miss his hip gyrations, which is like, he's more than that. But because at least I think he's got a great attitude. Hopefully he can stay on with WWE as a strong ambassador. So,
but here's the thing that he can do. What's a dying art in this business?
Manage.
He can still go out there with them and everything. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. You don't. He had a horrible injury. But I guarantee retirement is what he announced. But I guarantee he'll manage.
He said in-ring retirement.
Yes, he'll be a manager, or he'll be an announcer. He gonna do you gonna do something within the building, within this business to keep going.
Okay, so I have two questions that were asked. One is from some fat guy down in Texas. How did it feel to be on the receiving end of a lariat?
That was the hardest I have been hit in my damn life. When I hit the ground, first thing I thought about, I didn't sign up for this one. What is this? I couldn't move. I like shit. That's a big boy. Jesus Christ. Then he chopped me one time. I thought my heart stopped. I like, what the hell is wrong with this? That's a big rough one there, boy. I remember one show down there, they like, we was leaving and the fans like, we need to see it. Big Texans versus Notorious Bradley for the heavyweight title. Like, nah, he can have that title. I'm gonna stick to these. I stick to these tag team titles. He can have that.
And the other one was not going in that direction. Just saying that right there, Amy, on the last comment you just said, wasn't doing anywhere near that direction whatsoever. But the other question was, I'm just going to say it as it was asked. I'm not going to say who asked it, but how much hustle could a hustler hustle if a hustler could hustle?
Whoa.
Woo! That was hard to do. I tell you that.
A hustler can hustle as much as a hustler can hustle, because a hustler can always hustle and gonna hustle to the day they die.
And real recognizes real. I mean, you know. So.
Yes.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Well. Man, I'll tell you. I don't think there's no how much hustle could a hustler hustle if a hustler could hustle. I think I'm having a stroke. I'm going to stop doing that. And no, I'm not.
You can't say it. How much hustle could a hustler hustle if a hustler could hustle? Now, don't ask me to do it 3 times in a row. That ain't going to happen.
Why don't you ask Buff Bagwell to do that? No, Buff was good. Buff was good with everybody that was at Inhumane Championship Wrestling last night, but I just wanted to ring that up again. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, we're actually going to take a quick pause in our little release as far as getting to know about the LA Hustlers. I mean, the notorious Bradley Diggs of the LA Hustlers is here. Lamont Potts having to deal with the tech gremlins, could not make it here tonight, but at least we got that. But where is my? Oh, here we go.
I got to, Ruby. I got to show that one.
Which one? Before we do what I was going to do. Oh, gee. Yeah. Okay. That's
done.
Hell yeah, you did.
Yeah. And oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was ready, but I'm not ready yet. Hold on. I'm so sorry. There's one correction I had to make here in regards to that, but man. So it's kind of so let me ask this here while we're doing this, and I'm sure we could do this because I'm always like critiquing here. What is there? Because I always talk about just with the regulars wrestlers' performance. But since you and Lamont have tagged for so long and just about your whole careers, what is an element of tag team wrestling that a lot of tag teams that claim to be a regular tag team, what is there something that they're missing or something that they're doing wrong that maybe that could be hindering their success where you guys are most successful? If you kind of get my drift of what I'm saying here, like what are they doing wrong that what you guys are not doing, and that's why you guys are so successful.
When you it's like a kind of in a relationship. You gotta know each other.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, you gotta know each other. You gotta, like, I can look at him. He know what I'm thinking. Like a good example of that is like When we first started with the Top Gun, they were nowhere close to that. That's why we could always beat them. But once they get to tagging and working out and calling each other on the phone late night, we started to see their momentum. And look what happened. They finally dethroned us as the SICW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, it took a lot of nights down at the Ace Wrestling Academy. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, like I said, they're up there twice a week at the, because, and not only just that, but I'm pretty sure that they were working out together too, talking strategy as well.
And that's what I'm saying. Like even at the Ace Academy, I bet where everybody else doing their drills, I bet they're doing tag drills. They doing this and they watching other stuff, and they finally did it.
Yeah. Well.
And the one thing that they did that somebody had problems with before is finding a partner that you don't have to carry.
Yes.
Both of them hold up their own on both sides.
Yes, that's a big part of it. You don't want to do all the work and that ain't gonna work with you. But with me, I tell everybody I'm Robert Gibson. I'm just there for that tag. You did do the rest of it.
And I could say a joke, but I'm not going to. At least, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Not today. Because I'll tell you the reason why is because we're getting ready to have some other fun at some other people's expense and just with some different art, with some pictures and art here. That's right, everybody. It is time for Wrestling's Gold Memes. That's right. It's time for this week's Wrestling's Gold Memes here. Don't have a sponsor this week, but I sure like to get one, at least a funny sponsor, Always love them, those parody of SNL commercials. That's about the only good thing that SNL had. But let's start here with our first meme here this week. When my boss makes me call someone and they don't answer the phone.
John Cena.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I know that he can't be seen, but I mean, can you hear him though, even on the telephone? GQ, you ever heard that Cena prank of the of pushing that paper that made up pay-per-view? Kept calling the one lady back. Oh my God.
One thing that did is made her never want to be a wrestling fan ever, even though that was a joke. So.
Yep. Asking like $90 for the pay-per-view. This was like, 10 years ago? It's funny as hell.
And his name is John. Anyway, go ahead.
That's great. You guys get a chance to look it up and listen to it on YouTube. It's good. Let's see. Oh, yeah. By the way, we were talking about Tony Khan earlier. Yeah. Meanwhile, back in his office.
Behind his office looking for real.
Playing with all the fingers. I'm trying to figure out who this one is.
Who is that?
I don't know. I can't see.
Who's the girl?
Is it what?
That's
Who's the one in the red?
I think that's the one that's in LWO. I can't think of her name offhand, but.
Oh, Zelina? You think that's Zelina? I was like, man, I don't remember Pat McAfee.
You know who I think that the one is? The announcer guy that has his own stuff going on.
So is this Pat McAfee, you think?
Well, yep, and I will look it up and make sure.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a hell of a collection he got there. I can tell you that.
And we got, you don't want to miss this next one here, GQ.
And yes, it is. It's the Pat McAfee figure.
Dang.
What? But wait a minute. What's he do with the gold chain? What?
He always got a gold chain on.
Yeah, that's that's like a Mr. T gold chain when you're talking about that. Come on, man. You don't see what bling like that. Come on, man. It just remember the times we're having right now in AEW, and the kids start getting into wrestling 10 years later, you look at past images, just remember that you're going to tell your kids that this is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
I was hoping that one wouldn't make it to the show. I'm just saying.
He's gonna get y'all canceled.
I
No,
say
wait a
that
minute.
every week.
I worry about that constantly when my picture keeps going up there. So, you know,
Oh, that's a cool picture. You kind of like Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boy.
Brian Knobs on a night out. I mean, oh my gosh.
You know you had
Oh my god. Here we go. Let's take a look at our next one here. Oh yeah. Then Seth looks, and then I guess then Dean Ambrose, but then when Seth doesn't look. uh,
that's crazy.
that is crazy. That is crazy. And then we got one last one here, and I just saw that this is from the Meme Elite and forwarded to the We Talk Wrestling page by Tyler Cooley. Is where the teacher asked for some strong boys to help rearrange the classroom. Or this last week on Raw, took the Miz, John Cena, and R-Truth with their hands raised, and you look at in the background, it's Drew texting, and then Punk in the back too. There you go.
Hey, for R-Truth to keep doing it at his age, pretty damn impressive.
Man, I'm just telling you, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. It took WWE forever to give him his WrestleMania flowers. I mean, especially what he did back with TNA and having his NWA World Championship run and everything else. They were missing the boat on him a lot. But at least Truth was trying to be relevant, though, and still did what he had to do with a lot of comedy. And it's still funny, though. So it's going to be interesting how this all pans out with Awesome Truth and the tag team titles. But that's all we got here for you this week on the Wrestling Gold Memes. And we'll just close that out there. That's funny. I closed out the window. They usually have us. Let me try this again. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. So I mean, as we continue on here, we are going to talk about, we'll talk about the whole thing upcoming here. So let me kind of ask you here in regards to, I mean, as far as with Lucky P. Larson, first off, I've got to ask, how long has he been by giving you guys advice, and then have you guys traveled? I think maybe, I don't know if you guys were in USA Championship Wrestling or not when he was there, but since he's been an advisor or anything else, has he given you guys any other, or I should say, what kind of advice has he given you guys to help with that to your success that you've already had as a tag team?
Lucky is a very smart man. We met him down at Burt thing, and we kind of formed like a rat pack thing. And Lucky was like, "Hey, why don't y'all bring that on here at SICW?" He was trying to get it for years, and we finally got down there, and he said, "This is what you're gonna do." He said, "Your first night there, you gotta make an impact. You're not coming normal." I like, how are we gonna make an impact? He told us, "Let's go jump on Curtis Wild. You will make an impact there. Now you got the rumblings. Once you get the rumblings, they're gonna instantly give you a title shot." So he had it all plotted out to what he wanted us to do. and it's all calculated in his mind. He might ramble off a little bit, but he's gonna reel it back in to get what he wants.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
I mean,
fact when you have a high class lawyer like him, you can't get in any kind of trouble whatsoever.
Yeah, and he paid for the tickets, so
That also is helpful.
yeah, we do real good. He'll take us to the script club. It's all good. I like it.
I'm hanging out with the wrong people in this business now.
Say you don't want to go to script club, he don't know how to come home. I'll let you know that already. All right, no, it's not gonna work.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, I have to say that I have seen matches to where he has gotten involved, and where you guys have taken advantage here. Let's just say that Lucky P. Larson is due for a new briefcase because that thing is beat down so bad, it's not even right. I'm obviously he's not going to open. He doesn't care if he opens it now because he probably can't open it because it's so dented in. You
And
know,
that's his third one.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, unless are Dollar Trees selling those things? You know, I mean, because I mean, if you're going through three already and they're denting in so easily, you would think you would get something of a little bit of a stronger material to that.
Why, when you could put the money elsewhere with the talent and with the fun? You don't necessarily have to have a high powered briefcase to get the job done.
Yeah, but when it comes to winning, it's success. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win. And just what happened, the briefcase is there. It's not cheating unless you get caught.
Right. Yeah. Danny Ice said that earlier of course, when the pyramid came to my match last night and hitting me with a chain, and then I ended up losing, pinning the other guy in the triple threat. But you know, I mean, I kind of digress from there. So
That chain kind of hurt it, didn't it? Because you started bringing that up. I think he got the best of it.
yeah, well, let's just say, man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie here because I got hit in the back of the skull with a chair shot 2 months ago. I still got a little bit of a bump contusion from that has not gone down since. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a little tender. I mean, it's like if I'm going to get hit in the head with like a metal object, you know, it's not going to be good. You know, I just I kind of frown upon that. So if I get hit with the metal briefcase, I'm going to be not happy about it.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I am so sorry. You're so
Yeah.
tender. You're so tender.
So you
Well,
got caught slipping. You always got to know your surroundings. That's the number one game. That's the number one rule in this game. You should
yeah,
know that.
yeah. I will say I've had at least 3 classified concussions from this business. So
And 20
yeah.
unclassified ones.
Right, exactly, right.
Wasn't it? Oh, no, did you get one when you wrestled Bisa for CCW at one time, or was it the other way around?
I never got a concussion from Beast. Did
Okay,
you
so
say?
yeah, you knocked him down on that stage. Remember?
Uh,
Sorry, my bad. So who would you consider to be your biggest in ring rivals and the best opponents that you've wrestled against?
Yeah. You got East Coast Bad Boys down in MCW. They've been running around for a long time. Still Cross coming around these areas. They making a little noise. Of course, you got them Top Gun punks. Who else? It's kind of hard because there's not a lot of tag teams out there, so you really got to find them. Like I know Jason Jones at Mid State. He just got some tag titles. Forgot the name of his tag team, but he'll be getting a phone call pretty soon. So we want to measure ourselves against them too.
wow. Yeah. Well, it's I'm just hope it's not really. I mean, because sometimes I've seen a lot of like just two singles competitors just join up as a tag team, and they happen to get success, um, but not like a dedicated tag team like you and Lamont have been doing, all these years. So, I mean, I'm just hoping that's not going to be like a lost art where someone can just dedicate. Because I think a lot of these guys that come in today, they're in it to what they can do. It's like
Yeah.
there's very rare that have come in. I mean, yeah, they wanted to solidify themselves, but they don't really say, "Hey, I'm looking." And when I'm done out of school, I'm looking for somebody just to tag team. You know, that it's very rare. I'm not sure if, I mean, well, like, so you and Lamont went through school together, but I don't think I've ever seen it to where someone wants to just say, "Hell, I think I'm just more focused on tag team, and that's all I really want to do, if possible." You know, but I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. So, um, I mean, unless GQ if there's anything that he saw different, then I'm willing to kind of see, and admit that I'm wrong, but I don't think I've ever seen it. That was never my intention either, because honestly, it's like, well, you kind of have to train to know and go on your own, because you, that obviously you have to do that in order to make sure that you're going to be making it in this business, because you know there's very seldom that tag teams are forever, or at least seem that they've made their mark as a tag team. Around this area, though, I will say the Lumberjacks are one. They have been a tag team for like over 30 some odd years. Um, they're going. There's some rumors speculating that they might be wrapping up at the end of 2024. I think what was it, like 34 years they've been active. GQ, if I
Yeah,
don't know,
around that at least.
yeah, but they're at ACW, American Championship Wrestling, doing that. Um, so
Most of Chaos and Riot's career were tag teams together, though, too.
yeah, they were, but Chaos and Riot also had singles competition. They have singles success. They were more had singles careers as well. They were actually put together after having singles success. So, I mean, like I said, it's all depends on how you look at it. So is there, yeah, and like I said, I'm just looking here to kind of see and think about with tag teams that, at least as far as today, at least around here in the Midwest, and I'm like saying, I'm not sure how else it is in other regions, So, so I think one thing I want to know here is, because I will tell, I mean, GQ is going to get amused here as well, is I've taken to where where I worked last night or wrestled last night. The apron was a little bit higher than usual, even like like I mean, I guess it was like about maybe 3 feet off the ground. But I tried to hike up, and apparently the edge of the apron was slick, and so I slipped down. So I just had to play it off and roll in and then pop up. So with that being said, is there any type of anything that sticks out between you and Lamont, is like during any one of your matches? Is there like an unplanned, or like kind of like an unplanned scenario to where it was like an accident, or like messed up something that's whether you slipped, he slipped, or you guys missed a tag move somehow? I mean, that seemed to kind of, where you guys kind of look back on it now and laugh, or something of that nature. I mean, was there any kind of like any botched scenario that you guys had?
None come off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
he probably know more of that. Nothing come off the top of my head.
he was like going out. Even like something like fighting out in the crowd, you step on somebody's like wet napkin or something and slip it down or something. You know how the people are messy out in the all the fans they buy their drink. They buy their drinks and things get slick. You all are fighting out. You go through the crowd and then you're just walking and all of a sudden you just like slip. You're slipping on a drink or whatever the case may be, and next thing you know, you're falling into something. I
remember one time in Memphis we was wrestling and we fight in the crowd, and I tried to take the woman's shoe off, and her whole leg came off. I'm like, oh. I'm like, whoa. I'm sorry. Like, apparently you need the shoe and leg. All right, here you go. I'm sorry about that one.
I would have given it back or apologized. I would still beat the wrestler with it first and then give it back.
I totally forgot about wrestling. I freaked out for a minute. Like, oh, wait a minute.
Did you happen to make eye contact with the lady after you realized?
You know how you just hand it without looking, like, here you go, I'm sorry.
And then, my bad.
Yeah, my bad.
That's on me.
Put that back on. Hope it fits.
Wow. So,
I don't think we could beat that story now. I think that might win the award at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're in a new year now, but yeah, that's that's funny. That is actually really funny. I never would have thought to try to pull someone's shoe off of their foot. I never would have thought that. I never would have thought to pull someone's shoe off of their foot. Was it like a high heel or something that?
It was like a regular tennis shoe.
Oh, just like
Ruby. It's hard enough to walk for women to walk in high heels normally. Do you think she, with a wooden fake leg or whatever, was going to be able to walk in high heels?
Hey, you know it. Prosthetics can pull wonders these days. You just never know. It could have just like, and it was a quick in the moment. You just don't pay attention. It's like you could have just tried to slip it off and then rip. Oh, that slipper's attached. So, that's crazy.
You see what I got to deal with here?
I kind of wonder if she gets, when it's time for a new pair of shoes, a shoe on the other one, does she get a pair of shoes? They just put the other one.
I didn't stick around to ask, so I can tell you that.
Well, I mean, after that, she started using, instead of shoehorns, like nails and hammers. I mean, to try to get them all in. And, yeah, I'm going to hell, and everybody's coming with me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, they got Flex Seal. You can just dab a little inside and just seal it up. Oh my gosh! So let's kind of talk about. I guess it was back in March where you and Lamont were at the March event for SICW with the defeat of the Top Guns. So, I wasn't actually there because it's pretty sad I have not been to an SICW event because I've had a crazy calendar so far in 2024. So I'm hoping to get back. So
I'm over to see rock and roll Rick Ruby in the.
No one wants to see that shit, bro. Okay, no one wants to see that.
I got the shirt, now I'll find you a wig.
Right. Okay. Nah.
I know I'll have somebody's help to make sure you go out there in that outfit too.
That's okay, bro. If I do that, then people are they're gonna start calling me Vince Neil, and no one wants that at all. Okay. No one wants that at all. Okay. So you've got a big. I mean, obviously, we don't want to relive about the whole loss and everything else. Lucky's actually got a pretty busy night, so he's also got Kowalski that he's also managing and Kowalski's facing the Silverback Big Joe Helms. If Big Joe Helms wins, he gets 5 minutes in the ring uninterrupted with Lucky P. Larson, your manager. So I guess my impression is, do you guys have a plan if that match happens to happen before your shot getting back at the Top Guns, and what happens if Lucky's not a ringside? I mean, do you guys have a plan other than if Lucky's not a ringside with you guys? And obviously this is just a rematch. I don't think there's really any stipulation on here, but I guess my plan is here. Do you guys have a plan to try to protect Lucky? Well, I mean, obviously you're not going to tell me, but you're not going to tell the public on that. That was an unfair question. I'm sorry.
You know what snitches get now, Ruby. Come on now.
What? It's not snitches, but I mean, it's obviously
It would be,
I mean, it would be, yes, true. But do you guys have a plan? Do you guys do you guys have a plan in effect whether if Lucky is absent from ring or not on that?
I'm not going to tell you.
Not going to tell.
Only thing that goes in our mind right now is when they got that 3 count, the way that crowd exploded, they act like they didn't want us as their champions. So what better way to piss them off than to be their champions again?
That's true. Well,
I think we did a damn good job as champions. We was up front guys. We don't cheat. We don't do none of that. But somehow they don't like us, so we'll rub it back in their face and get what's ours back.
Because the crowd drinks that haterade. And that's right, Ruby, because he bought a mug from the people in the crowd,
Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. My haterade cup's around here somewhere, but I'm not using it tonight. So had a very long day, very long weekend so far. So, but no, I mean, I understand. Hopefully, I will say that May 4th is your guys' chance to get those titles back. Hopefully for your sake and Lamont's sake, maybe it was a lucky fluke. I don't know.
It damn sure was a lucky fluke.
Yeah. I'm sure you and Lamont though have had a more excessive contact as far as like maybe meeting up, try to see what you guys can do, kind of see what was not executed or what was overlooked. To maybe you guys,
they got us distracted, But now we're back focused. Not only them, it's them at SICW. We got Derek King and Ray on Memphis Championship Wrestling that come on every Saturday. They bother us a little bit.
Okay.
So we got to juggle it, but hey, we'll handle it. We got to let everybody know we still the top dog, no matter where we go.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you guys will have a lot to discuss. I mean, whenever you get there, I mean, I'm sure you guys have had more time, but I definitely wish you guys best of luck in that one. I was trying to see if there's anybody else that's actually in here, but no. But kind of talk about because we keep bringing it up here in 5 weeks or less than 5 weeks, we got the ICW Fan Fest too. So if you guys if you guys are successful on May 4th, do you guys plan on coming back and try to? What if the Top Guns challenge you guys again? I mean, are you guys hoping to maybe make the Fan Fest on May 18th? Because remember, also, the Bruiser Brody Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know if you guys have been announced in it. I know that I've been announced in it. We know that Glenn Williams has been announced in it. So I see a lot of Glenn Williams because, he follows us. We follow him. And, he's He's making reels every day about how he's going to kick everybody's butt. So that'll be interesting. But if you do get down to the Fan Fest here, it, let's just say, is there anybody that you're looking forward to meeting at the Fan Fest before you get inside the ring that night?
I don't know. I know last year.
He's looking forward to meeting me. Yeah.
Phew. I know last year I learned my lesson. That's not to drink with haiku. So I go in this Fan Fest knowing, hey, you got a limit, buddy. You can't drink with that guy. He don't get drunk or something. I don't know. But it's bigger. Like it's more names this year than it was last year. You know, and it's crazy. Like that Manny Fernandez on there. Steve Kern. Like I'm like, oh my God. Like these guys you grew up watching and now you sit here and the best part about it, you sit there and they tell you the stories and they laugh. You know, they're not assholes. They actually talk to you. I'll be there both nights. We'll be down there both nights.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, like I said, I know that the Bill After One Man Show is going to be on the 17th. I know that I'm going to be bringing the we're going to be setting up the podcast there that Friday night just so we can prepare for Saturday, so we're not so rushed in the morning, and also just kind of get whoever's down there to kind of just say hi and just because Saturday is going to be a big day for me, and like I said, it's going to be much different because I got injured the night before by just by attending being the best man in my best friend's wedding and overextending my tearing or at least bruising some meniscus in my knee, and that pretty much but nothing's going to be like that this year, so hopefully if we get a better turnout and a better result in that Bruiser Brody Memorial Cup Battle Royal. So
if I'm in the Battle Royal, I'm definitely going to win it.
Who is?
And you're going to re-tear your meniscus too.
What? I don't know what to do, you man. You're wishing injury on me. First you're showing old pictures of me. Now you're wishing injury on me. God, talk about a guy who's a total jerk, man. God, why do I let you on the show again? Good Lord. Occasional adult, more like an occasional dick, but how? Well, man, GQ, I know you probably got one more for him, don't you?
I just want to know, we already talked about the Fan Fest. We still got at least a little over half a year after that. Do you have any kind of a bucket list to achieve in the rest of 2024?
Memphis Championship Wrestling, we want their tag team titles. Mid-State, we want to come in there. Like I said, eventually out to North Carolina. Canada would be great. We just heard a couple guys say they're going to Europe, so
Dang.
So we want to do it all. We want to accomplish it all.
Vegas, especially if Lucky's paying the bill. I want to travel with you guys to Vegas. I'm just saying,
If we get a show in Vegas, if Bill Lucky, you definitely can come.
Yeah, I mean, the hustlers need water boys every now and then, so bag carriers and all that. So sure, yeah.
If Lucky's paying the bill out there in Vegas, I'm fine with that.
He definitely paid the bill. He got it covered.
Head over to Cheetahs, the ranch and a couple of the ranches.
Yeah, right. You're going to be in the clubs, and Bradley's going to be saying this to you about every hour.
Hold my drink, bitch.
Because he's too busy. Got his hands somewhere else. Oh, I hate that. At least I hate how Restream does that. But anyway.
Yeah,
so, yeah, but I'll tell you what, though, man. I know we've had you on for a little over an hour or so. Where can the LA Hustlers be found? Can they be found on social media, on the web? Kind of get the followings on where you guys are at.
We on social media. We on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Each and every Friday night with MCW and OCL Arkansas, Tempe Day, West Kaiser Street. Saturdays, no telling where it's TIWF, it's SICW. We on TV every Saturday morning with Memphis Championship Wrestling. So we're moving, man. We're moving.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I bet.
They're doing what they're named for. They're hustling.
Yeah, we on the grind. We on the grind.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We appreciate you taking the time out to be with us and to kind of see what's going on with the LA Hustlers. And too bad we couldn't get Lamont on. But hey, you know what? When we're up, you guys get down there. Okay, we always extend the invitation, even with guys that have been on the show. If you want to say hi, maybe we get a chance to talk to Lamont. It depends on what every guy's doing. We are gonna be doing the live broadcast on Saturday, I believe, starting at 11 a.m. is when we go on the air. We'll probably be on there maybe 3 or 4 hours, possibly something like that. And hopefully, if you guys want to stop by and kind of chat with us, shoot, we'll be more than happy to have you guys. And who knows, you might be holding that SICW Tag Team Gold by then. But we'll see.
Oh, yeah, because May 4th, get your popcorn ready because we coming. We coming.
All right, man. Bradley, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. And I am going to be making plans to at least attend to watch to see how it all goes down on May 4th. So hope to see you then, man.
All right, hustle hard.
All right, thanks a lot, Bradley.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, that was Bradley Diggs, one half of the LA Hustlers. And like I said, so too bad Lamont Potts could not do it. So,
Top Guns.
Well, yeah, so Godfather and One Man Gang. I'm really looking forward to the One Man Gang, honestly.
I'm looking forward to your family being there, the Rock and Roll Express.
I really miss Z. He needs to put you in check.
He would have said the same thing though. Remember, he was encouraging you, being walked out by Ricky Morton, your dad,
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was the influence of Happy Trees. Okay, he didn't really mean that. So
yeah, he did.
Nah, he really didn't mean that. Yeah. I'll tell you what, guys. Like I said, we've got a lot. Like I said, there's just a lot been changing on the guard with WWE. I mean, obviously, we talked about it last week after WrestleMania went off the air. We're seeing some more stories develop here. Looks like next thing for WWE is Backlash. That's actually in the country of France. So that's going to start during the day on May 4th. And
if you gotta go.
Yeah, gotta go. Right, exactly. Well, now actually, I don't have to go today. I was pretty smart with that. But no, it's either gonna be LA Style, LA Knight, or AJ Styles. So it's LA or AJ that's gonna get that shot at
AJ
Cody.
Knight and LA Styles. Okay.
Right, LA Styles and AJ Knight. Yes. I'm dyslexic. So, but yeah, we'll kind of touch on that because we just have to wait. And of course, go back and watch SmackDown if you haven't already. Like I said, there's just a lot we could have talked about here. We all know about the whole thing about with Jack Perry and AEW and the releasing of that tape. And that's just garbage. And the only thing I'm going to say about this, guys, is CM Punk is living rent-free in Jack Perry's head. This guy is not going to really accomplish anything. And really, Tony Khan to give the go-ahead to do that, it really says a lot about what Tony Khan is as a promoter, and that's just nothing but a smart. That's all it is.
No.
He really doesn't know anything about the business. Really doesn't. So
Money mark, definitely.
I mean, I know. All I'm going to say is that if things keep going the way, things really need to we really need to make anything better for the business, guys. And I can go off on a tangent forever on how that can be done, but we're not going to do that. So it's late. It's been a long weekend for me, but like I said, there's definitely some bad voodoo with doing that. Karma will eventually get to whatever they're trying to do, but Punk's not going to respond. He's already responded. I mean, as far as what his side of the story is, and it's been the same story that's
he did on something that was a WWE television. There's a reason for that. That way, so WWE is not promoting crap.
Right. So CM Punk does not need to come on and address the situation. You don't want to attract. I mean, if you let the bad attract it to you, then all you're going to get is bad in return. So I'm sure Punk has gone forward. He's moved on from it. There's a lot of positivity in as far as with WWE, what he's doing. So he does not need to go back on that, and he will not. So, but my best of luck to CM Punk and his success and getting better with his arm, because we know that him and Drew McIntyre are going to have one hell of a feud when he gets 100% healthy on that. So I'm looking forward to it, and we'll just see how things go from there. So, all right, but no, I don't think we have anything else here for you guys. I mean, we definitely could have had a lot more time, but like I said, the material that we had to kind of talk about with Zmiz, we're going to save that for another time. It's just not going to be fair to him. He actually helped promote the podcast last night in Corning, Arkansas. Like I said, we're going to have some other things coming up this summer in 2024 in regards to the podcast. Hopefully things that are going to be positive and looking upwards, and hopefully to get more to the brand. And I just hope it all works out. But as soon as we know more information about that, we'll let you know. But other than that, I think GQ, you're about ready to get out of here. I know you've had a long weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree. So, for those who are watching here tonight, and his GQ battles with Pepper there, not getting clawed, I'm going to say we are done here for the evening. So this has been episode number 142 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Make sure you catch us once again, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Falls Count Everywhere on Exit FCE podcast. And we'll see you back here next Sunday night at 9 p.m. And we'll let you know what's going on with episode number 143 once we get news about it. Hopefully we can get one of those guests that are going to be at the SICW Fan Fest 2 that's coming up here. So that's our goal. And as soon as we know, we'll let you know. But I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby. We thank you very much for joining us. And with that being said, you guys have a good rest of your week. Have a great week coming up, and we're going to come back and have some more fun with episode number 143. So you guys have a good rest of your night. Take care. We'll see you then. See ya. Thanks again for tuning into tonight's episode of the Falls Counts Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Keeping It Cool with Tyler Cooley, the Squared Ring podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Counts Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.